Sahitya Akademi Palakkad Jilla Public Library സംയുക്തമായി സംഘടിപ്പിക്കുന്ന Sree Narayana ഗുരു മഹോത്സവം അതിനോടനുബന്ധിച്ചുള്ള ദ്വിദിന സെമിനാറിന്റെ ഉദ്ഘാടന സമ്മേളനം ആരംഭിക്കുകയാണ്. ഉദ്ഘാടന സമ്മേളനത്തിന് സ്വാഗതം ആശംസിക്കുന്നത് സാഹിത്യ അക്കാദമിയുടെ സെക്രട്ടറി ശ്രീ കെ Srinivasa Rao ആണ്. വെൽക്കം യു സർ. മോസ്റ്റ് ഇന്റലക്ച്വൽ, റിസോഴ്സ്ഫുൾ ആൻഡ് എത്തിക്കൽ പേഴ്സണാലിറ്റി ശ്രീ കെ Srinivasa Rao. വെൽക്കം സർ ഫോർ ദ വെൽക്കം അഡ്രസ്.
Namaskar and good morning to all of you. Respected Professor H.S. Shivprakash ji, distinguished poet, playwright and scholar. Sri Prabha Verma ji, eminent Malayalam poet and scholar. Sri K.P. Ramanoni ji, eminent Malayalam writer and also the convener of Sahitya Akademi's Malayalam Advisory Board. Sri T.R. Ajayanji, Secretary Palakkad District Library, Professor Sri Mrinalini, eminent Telugu scholar, writer and also the Executive Board member of Sahitya Akademi, all the participants of this program and friends. I am glad to welcome all of you for this two-day festival celebrating life and works of Sree Narayana Guru being organized by the Sahitya Akademi in collaboration with Palakkad District Public Library. Friends, India has always been the land of saints and spirituality. There has never been a time or region in the country where spiritual practices, teaching of spirituality and blessings by the saints for elevation into spiritual plane did not happen. In fact, grace and blessings of the saints are something that is the constant in Indian history. If there are things that set apart the saints from rest of us, they are kindness, love, ability to lift people from abyss to heaven and provide right kind of direction to anyone and everyone. In fact, love and kindness are also not limited to human beings but to all beings. By nature, all saints are humanistic, and by virtue of all the traits I just mentioned, their existence and teachings are also universal. This one thing is what sets Indian saints apart from saints of other cultures, that their being, grace, blessings and teachings are applicable to each and every being in cosmos. As all saints are humanists in the first place, their teachings and writings are essentially spiritual and universal, though they may contain teachings and observations pertaining to one or more religions prevalent at that time in their societies. This is not an exaggeration. If one goes through the annals of history, it would be evident that the teachings and the very life of great saints are always spiritual in nature and universal in application. Nothing is separate, no one is isolated, all in one, one in all. The life on earth, life elsewhere, all beings, all the things including planets, stars, sun and moon are included in their vision, and that is the very motto of the existence of great saints on earth. Again, these saints of India did not merely talk some dry philosophy, teach things that are not relevant to people in this life, but actively engaged in the upliftment of each and every being. Eternal damnation or Nitya Baddha may be a clever and interesting philosophical construct, but for every great saint, such a thing does not exist, and their life is the dedication to the cause of salvation for all, even though their life in the body may be finite. Many social movements, social re-engineering, especially in the medieval period in India, had spiritual basis and had the hand of one or more saints of the time. The literature of these saints are also blessings of humanity. For example, the literature of Alvars, Nayanmars, Dasas, Shivasharanas, saint poets of Maharashtra and Gujarat, Kabir, Tulsidas, Shankardeva in the northeast, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the east, all are relevant today as they were in the medieval times and will always be relevant as they are universal in appeal and application. Sri Narayana Guru, one of the greatest saints of 20th century India, along with Ramana Maharshi, Sri Aurobindo, Yogi Ramarsurat Kumar and others, belong to the lineage of saints whose teachings are universal, worked for the upliftment of various sections of the society, and promoted the philosophy of equality of all in front of God and in society. To see the humanistic side and all embracing love of Sri Narayana Guru, one need not study all his works, but just one declaration of his is sufficient. That is, Varu Jati, Varu Matham, Varu Daivam, Manushanu. Meaning one class, one religion, one God for all. At the end of life, everyone comes to the realization that experiences are common to all, especially religious experiences, and all the human-made demarcations and categorizations serves no purpose except boosting individuals' ego. But great saints like Sri Narayana Guru teaches us in a single line, and it is up to us individuals to listen, understand, embrace and imbibe such a timeless and universal teaching. In this festival, all of you will see the performance of Sri Narayana Guru's Atmopadesha Shatakam and Daiva Shatakam. The first work contains all the spiritual wisdom one can find in the world in those 100 verses. The second work is one of the best universal prayer in the world of all time. Sri Narayana Guru was an expert translator also. For the benefit of masses and seekers, Sri Narayana Guru translated Tirukkural of Tiruvalluvar, Ishavasya Upanishad and Olivil Odukkum by Vallalar into Malayalam. If one goes through these texts, one can see they are nothing but wisdom of ages, universal teachings applicable to each and every being in the world and whatever structure one finds oneself in. Everyone knows that Advaita philosophy is one of the best philosophies in the world, and Sri Narayana Guru provided practical application by adding social equality and universal brotherhood. Otherwise, Sri Narayana Guru would be remembered only as a thinker or writer or philosopher from the non-dualistic school of India, but today we all remember Sri Narayana Guru as one of the greatest people ever to live on earth. Ramana Maharshi observed that Sri Narayana Guru's life is one worth emulating by everyone. Even Rabindranath Tagore observed that he has never come across one who is spiritually greater than Sri Narayana Guru, and all the great minds of 20th century had enormous respect for Sri Narayana Guru as a thinker, saint and servant of humanity. Even Mahatma Gandhi met Narayana Guru in 1925. People outside Kerala and sometimes within Kerala too often describe Sri Narayana Guru as a social reformer. I would like to say that Sri Narayana Guru was a spiritual reformer, for he did not merely uplift the communities towards material comfort, but rather he paved the path for salvation for each and everyone. Whether that person practiced the teachings of Sri Narayana Guru or not, that is the real universality. Sri Narayana Guru's teachings and philosophy soothed many a wounded heart, lifted the spirit of everyone, and the path he paved was indeed royal path. What more can one ask? His literature is compact, but the impact was very wide and deep. His Atmopadesha is the Sara or essence of Vedas, Upanishads, Advaita and all other philosophies put together. the problem with people of the world is that if something simple and easy to understand, they tend to think that it is not a serious work, but go after complex works that are merely cerebral, and in the process miss out on the most important and relevant works such as Sri Narayana Guru's works. There is an apt and pithy description for Sri Narayana Guru and his philosophy, Yuga Purushan. Indeed, he is one. Sri Narayana Guru is once in a generation, yogi, philosopher, writer, and saint. It is Sahitya Akademi's pleasure to organize this Sri Narayana Guru festival, and eminent scholars are participating in this festival. We are thankful to Palakkad District Public Library, particularly Shajanji, for collaborating with us in organizing this festival. I sincerely hope everyone attending and participating in this festival stands benefited. With these few words, I am glad to welcome all of you once again. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sri K. Srinivasa Rao.